another great episode of Undressed with me, Paul, my husband, Patrick, and little Snow White 90210. Welcome, bitches.
Hello, bitches. I'm excited because we have another fabulous, fantastic guest in the Paul Atteu Beverly Hills house today. You know her. Well, you know, she's a model. She's been on several television shows. She's an influencer. I guess they would call it influencer. But we love her as Cassandra Cass in the house.
She's got tassels on her titties and a little pink thing down there to match.
Yes, I know. Cassandra, how long have we known each other? It's been a long time, like a while now.
I think I've known you probably 2 facelifts ago. I would probably say.
So let's go back to how long we've known you.
2 facelifts ago.
At least a decade.
Well, him
Yeah.
2 facelifts ago, but this face has not been
Bitch,
lifted.
I
not
only
even
had
once.
1 facelift, not 2. Did I have 2? No, I had 1 facelift.
We can't remember. But
Go ahead.
no.
Go ahead.
No.
I always say I compare myself to like an old barn. You know, occasionally you have to put a little bit of paint on it. So, you know,
Twice.
twice. By the way, this coffee is delicious.
Yes.
It's cocaine. It's pure cocaine.
Did you grow this on your farm in Armenia?
It's actually at our home.
Really?
We're
Sam's Club?
growers.
Costco?
We got
No, it's
growers going on. Growing.
Imported from Armenia.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's from the Ararat Mountain at
So
the
it's
bottom
Armenian
of the hill.
juice.
Yes.
Kind of like.
Oh yeah, it's
100%.
juice.
Sorry. Okay, but I
all
also do
good.
burlesque.
Oh,
know,
you
I've
do?
done- Yes,
With the
that's-
tassels all over
yes.
your boobies that you twirl.
That's where
do
I
you
make
light
my-
them on fire, though?
Okay.
Well,
Babe,
no.
do you remember? You're like, oh, she does. She came to our Friendsgiving and
Yes.
stripped and did burlesque for all of our guests
Yeah.
in our
I
house.
thought that was Gwen Stefani. Wait a minute. I thought Gwen Stefani was invited. She
know.
came over. She did the Americana.
Okay.
Or was it, which one?
No.
I don't know. I just
No,
remember.
it was
you were at the Grove.
It was at
with
the Grove.
Gwen Stefani.
Yes, yeah.
And then you came to our party right
Oh, I
after
That
did,
wasn't
yes.
her. It was Gwen Stefani.
No, it was Cassandra.
No, but you guys, first of all, I want to give you props. You're amazing because you had a big Thanksgiving and I was new to LA.
Yep.
And you invited me. And honestly, I've met like 2 or 3 people from that
Yeah.
Friendsgiving that I still talk
They
to.
don't call us anymore.
list of
They
Crosby.
decided since
Everyone
you were
is
friends
still
with
on the
them-
list.
Yeah.
Since you've been friends with them, they stopped calling us.
Really?
Don't
Yeah, 'cause
listen
they're
to
like,
him.
fuck that.
No, but I want to take a serious moment and
Yeah.
just say thank you for allowing people to basically be themselves and sharing your light and bringing us together because COVID, everything that we've been through with the politics,
Yeah.
we need love.
We
need
certainly
glamour.
do. We certainly do. So, where are you from, Cassandra?
Well, a little bit about me is
Yeah.
I grew up in Des Moines, Iowa. From the
Where is
heartland.
that? Is that part of America?
Wait,
is that where the
Iowa.
Amish people live? Wait, that's where they have the
That's
wagons with the horses
Pennsylvania.
with the head.
Oh my
There
the
are-
little white thing.
Yeah, there are
The
people.
bonnet.
Yeah.
No, Des Moines, Iowa is where all the credit card companies are located, right? All the collection agencies and credit card
It's technically
companies.
the heartland.
Yeah.
And my dad was
Oh.
a single father, and I was originally from 4 boys, and I was number 3. And at 16, I told my dad, I said, I want to start living my life as a woman.
Wait, you were a boy?
I
Duh.
was born male. Yeah.
What was your birth name?
A lot. I will say a lot of trans people call that the dead name and don't want to discuss
Okay.
it.
What was your deceased name?
But I'm okay with it. My
Okay.
original name was Casey. So very kind
Kind of similar.
asexual. And my mother's name was Sandra. And Cassandra came from that because my mother died of cancer when I was young. Yeah.
Oh my God! How old was your mom? How old
My
were
mom
you?
was 57 when she died, and I was in my early 20s, but my mother kind of abandoned our family when I was 8, and she came back in my life when she was dying. So it was kind of like a full circle,
Yeah.
So whenever someone says my name, it reminds me of my mother.
Is
you
that
know?
how you put your name
Yeah,
together?
Cassandra.
Okay.
And I found a letter.
We never call you Casey. We never call you
No, I would
Cass.
kick you in the balls.
don't-
I mean, let's keep it
Ouch,
real.
Ouch.
I mean, you still have them, right?
Oh, honey.
He does.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah.
This coffee.
So you were born as Casey,
Yes.
and then when did you know that
Always.
I want to be a girl or I'm a girl? That you are a girl, not you want to be a
Yeah.
girl. You are a girl.
I always just felt different. And I will say the great thing about this full circle moment is Anna Nicole was such an icon to a lot of the people in the LGBT community. And I remember, because how old would Anna be now if she was still alive?
Well, she died at 39 years old.
58.
Yeah.
So I remember kind of like coming up in that era, you know what I mean? And being like, but I always knew, I was different. But at 16, I had finally had enough and I tried to take an overdose of pills because, I felt alone. I mean, we're in the middle of the Midwest, it's the 90s. I don't even think we had the internet. Was the internet around in like 94?
I was born in 99, so I don't know.
We had AOL. That's what we had. We had America Online.
I remember, do you remember Tula? Who was like the big Carolyn Cossey. She was like the Bond girl.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Well, that's how I put 2 and 2 together. Because I thought we would all, no offense, look like you in drag. You know what I mean? Like
he is an ugly woman in drag.
I bet you're pretty.
No, we did a show years ago called, one of the very first reality show pilots we ever did was called Fashion Show with Paul Atteu, and they dressed him up. We did a whole fashion show with drag queens and transsexuals.
Oh wow!
And
wow,
they
you.
dressed him in drag. And he was the ugliest fucking woman I've ever seen in my
like
life.
Cruella DeVille. I don't know why.
But I don't see that looking at your face.
Yeah,
now.
I'm very delicate. I think my hair and makeup artists
weren't the best.
Were normal people, and
Yeah.
they didn't understand how to apply.
You have to
the
accentuate.
contour.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this, Cassandra, was, what, 18 years ago?
18 years ago.
18
Wow.
years ago, when there was no trans on TV,
I know,
nothing. And
nothing.
we did this
And we
pilot,
weren't giving
and they said it
exposure.
was,
Until Caitlyn Jenner changed it all.
Oh, she's your hero, right?
Well, I did actually meet Caitlyn Jenner, and the story was I shook her hand, and she had a very, very firm handshake.
Yes,
and I just remember her smelling like Old Spice.
Oh.
I think Caitlyn Jenner comes from a different generation.
Yeah.
And she comes from a sense of, I'll be quite honest, entitlement. You know, she made her transition where she had money. She was living in Malibu.
Right.
I grew up in a cornfield, couldn't afford my rent, was afraid,
Yep.
had to come up grassroots. So I think her perspective is a little skewed compared to the way most transgender people come
Plus the
about.
time that she did it, probably.
Yeah.
There's so many more opportunities.
So
that
many
are
more.
Yeah,
available.
but when we met Caitlyn
you
Jenner,
don't have to go to Thailand.
She was
to-
nice.
she was nice to us. When
Very
we met
nice.
Caitlyn Jenner at the Beverly Hills auto show.
Yeah. She was
'Cause
very
she
nice.
loves all
With
that. She
Jay
was very
Leno.
cool. I liked
cool.
her. She was really sweet. But one thing I don't understand, and maybe you can help clear this up for me, if she went through the whole thing of becoming a transgender.
Well,
Tell me the difference, transsexual, transgender. I don't know the
Yeah,
difference.
okay. So
Explain.
basically,
We're just basic gay.
well, okay. So
I always get confused.
over the years,
Yeah.
the terminology has evolved and changed.
Okay.
Now, first of all, like transvestite tends to be a person who gets a sexual thrill out of wearing women's clothes.
But that's a straight male, not a gay male,
Usually.
right?
That's the
Usually.
boxer.
Okay.
Yeah, but
The
is
boxer.
anybody straight anymore? Everyone's become so fluid.
Right.
Someone like
Oscar
me.
de la Hoya, that's a transvestite.
I think so.
Because Oscar de la Hoya likes
Yeah.
to wear like...
Although he said they put him in the clothes, but we
Didn't
all.
he passed away, right? Didn't he?
No, Oscar,
Oscar
de
de
la
la
Hoya. is
Hoya.
Oh,
still
somebody
alive.
did. A boxer just died. I don't know.
Yeah.
Which one.
But when I was growing up, the term was transsexual, which was someone who wanted to live in a different sex than they were born.
And it could be a man or a
could
woman.
be a man, could be a
Okay,
woman.
Got it.
I think now there's so many different. I don't even understand it.
Yeah.
I just want people to call me by my name.
Yeah.
Now, when a guy comes to me and he's like, "Are you transgender?" I said, "I'm just Cassandra." And
Yeah.
if you're into that, cool.
Yep.
If you're not, have a great life.
When you date,
But what's not into or not to be into?
Well, I feel that
like,
I've
what's the difference?
transcended. Well, first of all, a lot of us tend to be fetishized.
Okay.
You know, like I've had the full.
But you've been a female for over 25
Yeah,
years.
I've had
Like,
the whole surgery,
That's
but-
more than your lifetime.
No, I've been Cassandra longer than I
Right.
ever was Casey.
Yeah.
you
But
know?
when you're dating someone, do you tell them that you had a sex change right away? Like, or how,
Yeah, I just
like-
spread my legs and just say, throw something in there. No, but here's how it usually happens.
Yeah.
That's what I did
So
when
if
I
I
was
get-
going to land him. I
Right?
was like, yes.
Yeah. It depends on the situation, but I believe a relationship should be based on trust and
Yes.
honesty.
Sure.
And I want someone to know me. Now, I've had girlfriends who've gone on and got married and not told the guy. but
Wow.
the older I've gotten, I've realized it's not my place to judge.
Sure.
You know, when I was younger, I'd be like, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't. But everyone has their own journey.
course.
For me, I've always told the man. Now, have I ever had a one night stand and not told the guy? Yeah, totally. I
Yeah.
have. I remember this guy was, banging me.
Oh my
And
God.
he was like choking me.
Ooh,
You know what I mean? You know.
Tell me more.
Okay.
And right when he was doing it, he looked at me and got that look on his face, and he said, "Are you transgender?" And you know what I mean. I
But
was
why
like,
would he think that?
you never know.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Because she was being choked.
Yeah.
Oh
I mean,
my
the male
God.
voice came out. Hey, harder! Hit my prostate.
Oh my God.
You never know. But I said to him, I got scared because you know what I mean. I've heard stories. I've had friends be murdered.
Yeah.
And luckily, he said, "Oh, I don't care." But then, as soon as he left, he blocked me on everything that he had followed me on, which was
Right.
really crappy.
But my point was, I was trying to ask about Caitlyn Jenner, which I didn't understand, is if she went through the whole process of becoming from a man to a woman, doing this hormones, doing
Sure.
everything, then why be lesbian? I don't
Well,
I don't
that's
understand
different.
that.
They're different. Your sexual orientation, what
Right.
you're attracted to, is different than how you identify with your body and the way you want to live your life. Does that make sense?
It does,
So
yeah.
her body identifies.
I want
as,
to identify as rich.
You're very rich.
You are, bitch.
And
That's what
talented.
I want to identify with. Because I don't care if you've got a male part or a girl part. Honey, if you're rich, you got my part.
But do you think you'll ever get married one day?
You
You've
know,
been in a relationship
I
for a long
have.
Yeah.
time.
I was in a
though.
relationship for 10 years and we're still very good friends. And
Yep.
to me, that was a marriage.
Yeah.
I think I want to have the party and the dress. I want you to do my
Yes!
dress.
Of course.
That to me sounds more exciting.
Yeah.